Well, alrighty, folks. We are back to it with another session of our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden. I am your dungeon master, dungeon mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hey, you can.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
Rich.
Well, before we get into today, we're going to get into the doozy of what happened last time. So, a little recap. Without further ado, last time the heated battle at this wolf encampment. Apparently, against the self proclaimed king of the wolf tribe, things look bad. Even with Andres being dragged into a tent nearby by some tribesmen, Severage actually he went in after him, releasing him as the tent burned down from the angry shaman uh, who Sev had encountered across the camp. Eventually, the great warrior whom Phineas coaxed into attacking the king was laid low, as the whole camp set sights on you all. Some of you taking evasive actions, but still assaulting, eventually ended this false king's reign. And as his bodies dropped, so did the tempers, at least to a degree, among the other nomads. Unsure of how to proceed, the shaman and spiritual leader in this community offered you all to stay in the king's tent for the evening. Asked that if you had any food to spare, as they were sickened and they had to resort to cannibalism. Taking the tents for the evening, you did share some rations as they made a stew with it, and the camp vowed not to stoop so low again, with the possibility of joining the other wolves out in the tundra. That evening in camp, a visiting white wolf approached your tent. Severage was on watch at the time and met it outside. Not wanting to wake the others, he was given a sort of gift by the wolf. And as morning came, you guys made peace with the tribe, and they said they would not hunt any 10-towners, and or at least act aggressively towards them. Andres said he was going to stay behind briefly to kind of check up and make sure everyone was healthy here before they moved on, at least for now. And he would catch up with you all in the towns. You guys took your dogs, leaving two with Andres. Took your dogs across the tundra, back to the 10 towns. You were unfortunately met with a heavy blizzard along the way. Decided to try to press on. Tough choice, and one that led to an encounter over a frozen pond. And with it, a mighty ice troll. This troll exuded sub-zero temperatures, attacked with such ferocity that you had yet to see among the snows, nearly wiping you all out. Phineas gravely injured, your sled dogs killed and hastily eaten. Sev made a play to have it chase him across the tundra so you could all escape. And barely just. We find ourselves a day or two later at Caer Konig, at the Northern Light Inn, resting and getting little respite from the cold days prior. You guys are kind of in the warmth of that kind of living room space there. Trovis is out on patrols, but the two innkeeps are keeping you company. And it looks like there is another person in here as well. As you're all kind of just taking a breather, finally starting to feel rested. You look to Phineas, see that he's missing an eye now. Does he have a cool eye patch, or you just have a bandage over it?
Right now, Phineas is sitting down. His left side of his face is covered with just kind of white rags right now. And he's looking at his spell book and seems kind of frustrated and agitated. He slams the book. When's Andres gonna get here? I hurts. The stupid ringing in my head. Just can't sleep.
Ringing in your head.
Well, yeah, it's not from the eye. That was happening before. Ever since I had this crystal. It's coming from somewhere down south.
You need to get rid of it.
Well, I kind of needed to see. Well, better. I need more things to see now.
No. It's no, you don't understand. It's that thing will bring nothing but bad things. We've got torches. We've got light. You can see with that, can't you?
Yeah, but this is kind of cooler, magical. You seem to know a little bit of history about this. What is it?
It's nothing good. Especially if you've got if it's already in your head.
Well, you're just piquing my interest.
This isn't a conversation to be had out in public.
Door kind of blows open as you guys are discussing this. And you would see... first you would see looks to be a heavier set individual dressed in furs and very tightly packed cold weather gear. Still has crampons on. And as he's like kind of taking his crampons off, getting snow in the entryway, the door would shift open again, and you would see Andres entering.
Hey, gang.
Hey, you're alive.
Oh, wait. You look terrible. What happened?
Uh,
A troll.
It's
An
hit me
ice
so hard. Can you fix it? And Phineas kind of pulls this bandage up, and you can just see that there's just a hollow void.
Oh. I put my hands on his cheek. I fear that's beyond my capabilities. For now. Maybe in the future.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Glad you're at least all alive.
Yeah. It's all thanks to the Savior Sev. He saved all of us.
You gotta tell me what happened when you get the time.
Well, I think we have a little bit of time now. No, tell him what happened.
That's terrifying. Just out on the road?
Yeah.
Well, road is a little... not really a road.
Job?
Well, now that you're here, we can maybe get to East Haven.
Okay.
Your
If you're
travels.
feeling the travel already.
Well, I think maybe East Haven. I don't know. I don't.
As you mentioned,
Sorry.
East Haven, that kind of heavier set gentleman kind of sits in a chair nearby. Looks like he's drinking something warm. East Haven. You hear about that wizard?
Yeah,
They tied him to a stake, lit him on fire. You know why?
I killed a bunch of people.
Well, more to it than that. He actually hired some 10-towners for help. Help him find a buried tower out in the ice. You all look like you've seen your fair share of tundra, but well, he killed him. Killed him after they found it. Try and keep the location secret. One of them happened to tell me where it was. Wouldn't go myself. How?
They're dead.
It was before they killed him. A couple weeks back. I didn't think much of it when I heard about him getting killed.
Do you know why he was looking for this tower?
I don't know, wizard shit.
Probably spells or books, like.
I didn't speak to the wizard myself. Just one of the unfortunate souls he murdered.
There's nothing in the poetry book about towers. Do you mind telling us where it was?
I think from here, probably about a day and a half directly east. I think they said it was, well, it might be less from here. Maybe about a day's travel east, but I was talking to them and when they were in East Haven. It was like a day and a half northeast, somewhere out there. I don't know the exact location myself, but just the roundabout.
Sounds like the other side of the lake.
Yeah, that would be across the frozen river. Easy to get to, now that it's frozen at least. I mean, relative. This weather, not for me.
Yeah, traveling outside the 10 towns, dangerous.
You all look familiar. Name's Trav, by the way. Just done a little, all of some mead down from Good Mead. Was that? Yeah, I do recognize you all. Okay. Thought you might have been the same folk.
Oh, you're from Good Mead?
Yeah. Just had an election.
Oh yeah, who ended up winning that?
Well, dwarf, of course, makes sense. Seems to want to defend the people. Hey,
Shander?
Yeah, that's the guy. Spoke high praises of you all in his acceptance speech.
Oh, next time we're in town, might have to give him our congratulations.
Get a pint of mead while you're at it.
I gotta stay warm somehow.
Ain't that the truth? I didn't mean to interrupt y'all's talkings. I was just... I wasn't even trying to eavesdrop. A little quiet in here. I just heard you mention East Haven. Figured I'd say my piece.
Well, hey, thanks for the information about that tower.
Yeah. Don't mention it. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter now.
You guys ready to head off?
Might as well.
Good to go.
East Haven it is.
And has Tia brought Bakar back?
Yes.
He's with us right now.
Yes.
No, look at
He would
Bakar.
probably be like pulling on him and like petting him.
He probably they'd probably perk up at the mention of this tower. I'll say that. Just slightly.
Phineas tries to always keep Ikara on the right side, so he can always see him.
It makes sense.
Is it obvious that you're trying to do that?
I think it's just he's just whenever he's positioning, he's just always walking on your left side. He's always to your left or Picar's left.
I would say it's been
Okay.
so recent that for now it would just kind of be a coincidence, but maybe in a few more days of sitting together you would notice that subtleness.
All right.
Also, Andres, you would note that when you took the two dogs in with the sled to the kennel, you didn't see any of the group's dogs either.
They're all dead, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was fast.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hey, look, it was either them getting eaten or us getting eaten.
I know.
At least we still have one sled.
We can
Let's,
pull the stuff.
head off to East Haven.
All right. You guys head out East Haven to the south. Are you stopping at all at Care Dinaval, or are you just kind of passing through?
I think we'd just be passing through.
It's only like an hour and a half away from Care Koenig.
No, I don't know why we would.
Somebody forget to go to the bathroom?
Yep, you can stop by and use one of the outhouses. Someone roll
Going
me.
through, I just don't think we're doing anything of note.
Yeah, I got you. I'll say heading to Care Dinaval, easy travel, albeit not as quick as last time. Arriving still that kind of early morning, so it's still dark out. Would Sev be using a lantern, and would Phineas be using his crystal to see?
Yep. We definitely got the lantern going.
I would not use the crystal. I'm still
Fair.
attuned to it, but I'm not using it.
Yeah, I got you. You keep it under wraps. As you're passing through, I would say you would notice there are more. Somehow the keep, the castle at Care Dinaval does seem more inviting. It's a weird thing, but it does seem more inviting.
Place cleans up nice.
Passing through.
That tower does look pretty nice.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. Kind of trying to eye which one you could potentially use. Passing through, no one seems to bother you. You might get a few nods from the townsfolk as they're starting to get out into the darkness of their morning. We'll go with who is in front, who is leading this way, and who's riding the dog sled? Dog sled kind of staying in the middle.
Probably.
I think we would keep the dog sled in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna keep these boys alive. Maybe.
Ish. Yeah.
Good luck.
We'll need it.
Who is leading the way though?
With the light.
I can. It don't matter. I can walk forward.
I think Tia would be with Severage because she could see in the dark too.
Okay.
So she'll be in the lead with Sev.
I'm walking with the dogs.
Fair enough. Seth, go and roll me 2d20.
2d20. I'm not on the right tab.
Fair enough. And with that, about an
12.
hour and a half into your travel. Also, Phineas, don't forget to roll your importance for the day.
Thank you.
Yeah, about an hour and a half into your travel. Hey, there you go. That's not a bad one.
Easy to remember.
Easy to remember.
Which one do I use first, though?
Passing by like some frozen rocks and some bare old trees. There might have been some woods around here at some point. You've seen all this before. Across the trail, which is mostly visible. Doesn't seem to have had heavy snows in the last day at the very least, and some foot traffic. As you're starting to pass some of these rocks, some of these trees, you would notice a couple of kind of skulking figures, human or humanoid. Fair enough. Dressed in rags and furred, like just, you know, tattered furs. They kind of step out of some rocks. Actually, you would see one step out behind one of these trees. Seems to just stare at you from maybe 30 feet away, maybe a little closer. And then a second one would kind of pop up after you hear this kind of odd grunting. Ugh. Second one pops up behind a rock that you're just passing. Pretty well hidden. And you can see a scarred and kind of severely frostbitten human, blonde of hair, and just kind of sagging a little bit as it stands up, turns towards you all, maybe 10 feet away from you at this point. For the Frostmaiden! As it, you can see in its hand, dangling down on a chain, a Shardlin, and pretty much a flail entirely made of Shardlin. And I'm just going to bring you to a map and we're going to roll initiative. We are there already. As I just want to make sure you guys are happy with where you're positioned. Does that seem about right?
I would be on the other side
Okay.
of the dogs. Because I can see them on that side.
I'll swap with you.
Fair enough. Are you sure, Phineas?
Yeah, because I'm missing my left eye.
Oh, that's true. I got you. That makes sense. Well, with this, go with this one. No. Yeah, we'll do a classic darkling. As these guys are right there. So, with that, everybody, who we missing? We're missing somebody, right? No, we're not missing anybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That is everyone. As Alara, you can see in the distance this one seems to be kind of starting to run towards you at this exact moment. This one kind of dropping his flail down, kind of to show that he's ready to swing it.
Okay. I'm going. Wait, no, sorry, I've got plenty of space. I'm just going to move back a wee bit
Yeah.
and going to Hunter's Mark this one.
All right.
And I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him.
Well,
Again,
attempt
dressed in
to.
these like tattered hide furs, whatever you want to call them, covered in frost. That is still gonna hit.
Oh, that's nice.
They don't seem super agile, and their hide is barely kept together. If anything, it looks like it might be kept together with ice and snow. As you deal 10 points of damage to it. Just kind of thuds into his shoulder as he just braces in the snow.
Okay, that's it.
Well, welcome to level 5, Alara. You get 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, I get 2 attacks. I forgot about that. That's so great. I love that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna shoot him again.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Stick with what I know.
Hey, it hasn't done you wrong so far. 19 will absolutely hit.
Is she on 2DM?
Oh, you are on Whisper as well right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. She got a 19 to hit, folks.
I'll fix that now.
And does Hunter's Mark just apply to 1 attack now? Still?
Oh,
I think it's
I'm
just
not sure.
it's easy to keep out.
Okay.
But for 5 more damages, 2 arrows. This one kind of sticking like right in his hip. Anything else for Alara? You are in. You are actually in dim light right now. Technically, both those would be an advantage. We'll remember next time, because you're invisible.
Yeah, that's okay. That end of turn, thanks.
All right, taking us to Andres.
Andres is going to create an emboldening bond between himself, Tia, and Phineas.
All right.
Who's purple for this one?
Purple.
Or yellow? Yellow is good too.
No, we're doing purple.
Okay,
You said purple. We're doing purple.
sounds good.
Does that make me feel anything?
It means you have plus a D4.
Yes.
To everything.
Skill checks, attacks, and saving throws.
Yeah.
It
Was it feel?
doesn't really feel like anything, but you suddenly become aware of the presence of the other bonded individuals.
You feel a closeness to both Tia and Andres.
That's gonna be my turn.
All
'Cause
right.
This is an action.
That will take us to this guy down south. He is first going to kind of reach behind the tree, pull up a javelin, and just wildly yell. He's got 4 targets. It's going to Phineas.
Mm-hmm.
As he tosses a javelin. Let me make sure I got it set up. Yeah. Getting a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
As you take 8 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. As it stabs into you, kind of you're looking to your left to this guy, so you can kind of your vision skews. You feel this kind of odd coldness tingle through your body. Then he's gonna run up to Tia, also holding a flail out. Getting a 17 and an 11 to hit.
17 hits.
as you take
That's rough.
6 points of bludgeoning damage and a Constitution saving throw. As you are just whacked right in the side by this heavy flail. You do have the poison condition until the end of your next turn. As he just rushes up to you, and you can see just again this like almost like someone's dead flesh that has been frozen over in just little spots of, severe frostburn type situation. Taking us to Tia. Just having been hit. It didn't really hurt you too much, but you feel that cold penetrate your body.
I'm gonna hit the guy that hit me with a Psychic Whispers.
Alright. Big wisdom save. Got a big 16, unfortunately. He will still take half damage if you want to roll it.
Alright, hold on 1 second.
So it'll actually do 4d6, because it's always cast at the highest level. Oh, wait, no. 5d6? So it'll actually do 3 plus
It's
1
a
plus 1.
1, so yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
So 5d6 damage, because, hey, level 5. Warlock, everything's always cast at highest possible. But he will take 7 points of psychic damage as he just kind of winces for a moment before he rears back for a big old swing with his flail. Taking us to Sev. Noticing this guy's also seemingly left himself wide open.
Well,
He went reckless.
I'm nothing if not an opportunist. I will use this opportunity to shoot that man.
Alright, you do have advantage on the shot. Getting a nat 20. Absolutely.
Here you go, save your Sev.
He'll take 40 damage.
He will indeed take 40 points of damage as just straight in his sternum gets knocked back for a moment. Blood spilling out, almost instantly freezing as he's panting, rearing back again with his flail. That was a doozy. Anything else for Sev?
I can move.
You can move. There's things to hide behind if you want. I don't care.
I can't go too far, then I can't see. So I will just back up a little bit.
All right. That'll take us to Phineas.
Phineas was about to take off. Then the emboldening bond, he feels a little bit calmer. He reaches into his pouch, brings out a couple little marbles, throws them up into the air, and they start kind of flying around him. And 2 of them will fly out. One is going to fly out to the space right here, and the other one is going to hit this guy right in the head.
All right.
They both need to make dexterity saving throws.
This guy got a big 4. This guy got a big 20.
Alright, then the 20 will save.
Their hair kind of stuck in place as if it had been windswept, frozen in place. This guy will take 8 points of damage. The other guy will take how much?
Oh, 2 separate.
They're separate. Yeah, they're separate missiles.
Okay.
Meteors. The other guy will take 3.
3. But then I will flap up and land over here.
Alright. That will take us to this guy getting pelted. As you land over there, he is going to take that opportunity to chase Phineas down.
Hey. Oh, what are you doing?
You will serve in ice.
No, I won't.
Getting a natural 20,
That hits.
a 20, and a 23.
They will all hit, yeah.
As Phineas, this guy is just flailing around, smacking you. It's not the most damaging of attacks, but you feel each one. It's still 7, 11, 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need 3 constitution saves.
18 points of bludgeoning.
Actually, I'll need 6. We'll say the first 3 are for the poison condition, the second 3 are for your concentration. All DC 10.
Pass, pass, pass.
So the first one, you are poisoned.
Come on.
So now give me 3 constitution saves for concentration. You're golden. Still concentrating. Those light beads are still floating around your head. That'll take us to Alara.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'ma just shoot my first. Yeah. I'll shoot my first arrow at this fella,
Alright.
and then I'm
marked
gonna
one.
shoot a second arrow at the second one.
Alright. As this guy is pretty well wounded at the moment. Got a couple of arrows stuck into him, little burn spots, and a heavy crossbow bolt just stuck in the middle of his sternum. 27 will absolutely hit.
And so the first one has Hunter's Mark attached to it.
Like 8 points of damage.
Okay, and the second one, take off the Hunter's Mark.
Nat 20 will definitely hit. I just love it.
And I'm going to use the Frightened
Yeah, why not? Why
psychic
not?
damage as well.
He did get a 14 on his save. So
That just save. Yeah, that saves.
he is
Well,
not
yeah,
frightened,
just saves.
but he will
Yeah.
take 22 points of damage. As it kind of sticks into his backside. Doesn't even know you're there. Eye kind of goes towards you. Doesn't even think about it. Even though it definitely hurt him. You can see blood trickling down from where you shot him.
Nice. And is there anything else I can do? I don't think so.
Alright. Staying put.
Yep.
Alright, that'll take us to Andres.
He'll point at this guy in
Okay.
front of him, Phineas, and he'll say, "Let's go with Neil for a command."
Alright. Big old 4.
That is not gonna make it, just
He's-
barely.
You see him look at you. Just like with this like strange look on his face, his flail kind of drops to his side. As if he's like really trying to think about what you mean. We'll see. Oh, he'll do it on his turn.
Ooh, lickers of the frost whore. That's my turn.
Alright. That will take us to the other guy. Still Tia is still in his sights. He is going to just whip around. Just this kind of whirlwind as he starts spinning around in the snow, picking it up with the wind around him. Getting a 23, a 24, and a 24 to hit.
Jesus.
Yeah, all of those hit.
As he's super recklessly with it, just kind of flailing about. You will take a lot more damage than Phineas just took. 26 points of bludgeoning damage total. And I need 3 constitution saves. Alright, you are poisoned. He seems to be trying to almost drool, but it's just instantly freezing. Taking us to your turn, Tia. Also, don't forget, because of that thing, you can bonus action have Bakara jump out and attack.
Did forget.
I told
Bakara,
myself I was going to remember last time, but I forgot.
it's an easy thing to forget.
It's brand new.
Bakara, it is, yeah. Bakara will attack and use his other. What is it? His.
Otherworldly Rend.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, it has advantage if you want to roll again, just for funsies to see if it crits. Alright, a 21 will hit as Bakara just leaps out. What does Bakara's attack look like? You tell me.
Like, you know when cats, like, go and attack you, like, right behind your ankle?
Yeah.
That's what Bakara's doing. Yeah, getting him right there.
Just, like, going ham with it. For
yeah.
6 points of slashing and 3 psychic damage. As he kind of almost takes a knee. He's still barely up.
All right, I will hit him with my quarterstaff.
Alright, you do have advantage on this. A 20 will absolutely hit.
Nice.
For 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As he kind of goes and, like, looks at the cat. Perfect opportunity to just whack him right in his skull as you hear this crack. Blood splashes out, freezing on the ground instantly as he topples down. Anything else for Tia?
All right, I will. I still got one more attack, right?
You do not get extra attack. That is just for melee combatants. Your Eldritch Blast does 2 blasts though now, but you do not get extra
Okay.
attack.
All right. All right, I will go next to Matthias and get ready to give a hand. Not Matthias, sorry, my bad. Andras, and and I will get ready to attack that guy.
All right, that will take us to Sev. You
Yes,
see this guy just staring at Andras in this moment.
Is he exposed?
He is exposed. Yeah, he went reckless. Yeah, they're,
All right,
they're
cool.
always reckless.
I mean, I don't need to move, so I'm not going to, but that don't mean I get to use my bonus action. I'm going to shoot him.
Shoot him. That'll hit.
And then I'm going to use Cunning Strike, so I'm only going to do 2d6 of sneak attack damage, but I'm
Okay.
going to try to disarm him.
Okay.
So he will
Dex save.
have a dex save DC 14.
He rolled a big 4 as his
He would
flail
be
just drops to the
disarmed.
ground. As you kind of just, your arrow goes straight into his wrist as it just kind of reflex just pops his hand open, dropping his flail to the ground. And he will take 14 points of damage. Anything else for Seb?
I'll take a step back, but no, not really.
Alright, Phineas. Still got those marbles swirling around.
I will use my object interaction, pick up the flail.
Okay.
And
It feels
then,
ice cold to the touch, much like you would expect metal to be around here.
and then I look at a spot right behind him, and 2 meteors fly out.
Okay. I will need Alara to give me 2 dex saves.
Yeah, I can't see her.
That makes sense. She is invisible.
Possibly on the wrong side.
So Tia, I need, or not Tia. Alara, I'm so sorry. I need 2 dexterity saves.
Okay. Let's see.
He failed his first, passed his second, so he'll take. Alara, you take half of. You take 3 plus 4. You take 7 points of damage. And this guy kind of like blows up behind him. He's still looking at Andras.
That'd be my turn.
He'll take it to his turn. As he goes and kneels, you hear that crushing of snow underneath his knee. As he looks down, she'll freeze us all. She'll freeze you too. It's worth it. That'll take us to Alara. As he takes a knee, he is prone at the moment.
Why do you have to become prone?
No, he didn't do anything with his action other than that.
Okay, I'm going to switch my Hunter's Mark to him.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to come forward and short sword him.
All right, short sword him.
Mm-hmm. And because he's prone, I'll still have advantage.
Yes'm. Absolutely.
Excellent.
That's gonna be a miss as you cut into his backside and feel that it kind of gets stuck in his thick, frozen furs for a moment.
Okay.
Technically flanking, but that probably won't change it either.
It won't.
May I stab a second time?
You may. Extra attack. 19 will hit. As he will take 10 points of damage as he's flinching, but he's not like, you might hear a couple of grunts. He's not moving though. Not looking to move around very much at this point. I guess that'll take us to Andres.
So, mechanically, I'm going to use True Strike. Narratively, I want to put my boot on his head and stomp down.
Absolutely, sure, why not?
Put your mouth on the curb.
Yep. I mean, put on the curb of the sled, yeah. Getting a 20 to hit, yeah. As you stomp down this 15 points of radiant damage as it just lights up around him. You can see it go into his mouth briefly, as he definitely has like a hole in the side of his face. Kind of like Fight Club. He somehow shot himself in the face and lived. He's somehow still alive. He's tough. Tough. Anything else for Andres?
Yep, that's gonna be it.
Tia.
Well, why don't I help you out with that, Frozen, and I will create bonfire.
Just right on him.
Yeah.
As he'll have, does it happen on his still spend modifier any creature in the bonfire space when you cast a spell? He has disadvantage. He got a 13. So go ahead and roll me 2d8. Takes 8 points of fire damage as the flames just erupt around him as he's still kneeling and somehow still up. His face looks up away from the flames. You can just see this blank stare as he just starts muttering to himself.
All right, I'm going to bonus action Bakara to also attack him.
All right. You do have advantage. Do you want to roll again? All right, the 20 will hit. 13 would hit too. As it deals 8 points of slashing or 4 points slashing, 4 psychic. As Bakara just starts, cat attack, and just ripping open his side as light kind of fills it for this moment. He just topples over to the side. Dead.
I have zero desire to become frozen.
Who the hell are these guys? Were they already dead?
Likely.
I've yet to see someone that frozen and live.
If you want, you can give me a medicine check. Anyone want to check over their bodies? I don't care.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You can also use the emboldening bond on this.
I just saw that, yeah.
I would say Phineas, they're dead. Are they undead? You guys don't know. It's hard to say.
As long as
This
they
one,
stay dead.
this one didn't have any javelins on it. Just had that flail made of charlatan. The other one threw its only javelin, and also dropped a flail with it. I would say, as you guys are, sorry, looking at this body though, you would notice a ring on one of its fingers, also made of charlatan, with odd swirlies on it.
I'll
Mm.
throw the Charlatan mace and the sled. Both of them.
All right.
Yeah, I just ripped some hair out of the furs that they have.
Sure.
I'll take the ring if
Just
nobody else is taking it.
Put that in my pocket.
I'm not touching that. It's a trinket to the brittle bitch.
Say, Phineas, as you touch the ring, winds erupt all around you. Blizzard conditions frickin' immediately. Howling winds start to cover anything you can see, hear. It is all around. You can see snow, ice flying around. You're not sure if these winds are made of ice or snow. You all feel the sudden creeping cold as you feel yourselves get lifted off the ground. You see each other, barely. The dogs are with you. And I guess they're attached to the sled, so they're also getting lifted up. The ground eventually fades beneath this wind. And in an instant, you're standing on solid ground again. Just not where you were.
For crying out loud.
You can see directly in front of you now this small, craggy mountain. Behind it would be... You could barely make it out at this point, but behind it would be the spine of the world. The large mountains. Not sure exactly what part of the mountains. But at this crag in front of you, you would see a large cave mouth up like an elevated kind of causeway covered with snow, kind of winds towards this mouth of a cave. Tracks in the snow clearly indicate that some people have come and gone out of here. Kind of on this causeway. Behind you would be the tundra. Either side of this causeway looks like a steep plunge that goes about 20 feet into a snowy ravine. Cave slightly resembles... You can kind of see up ahead a little bit, built around the mouth of this cave. Looks like a ramshackle wooden portico, crudely shaped like a bear's head, with its mouth agape. Tunnel beyond, pitch black.
How's the ringing in my head?
I have to do some math, I'll tell you. You still hear it. Let me measure some distances here. It's slightly fainter.
Uh, where are we?
I don't know.
Do I still have the
What just
ring?
happened?
You do.
I'll pull out my book. And I'll start trying to identify this ring. I'll doing it ritually. So 10 minutes.
Okay. Sit down in the snow pounding around you. Give me a Constitution save.
I don't like that.
You can maintain your concentration on this while the winds are howling around you. It just seems distracting. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Can I look around and try and identify, like, vague direction where we are? North, south,
I would
east, west?
say
Completely different plane of existence.
you can give me a survival check. I would say where you're at, it's going to be hard to find exactly where you're at on a map, but cardinal directions you can definitely figure out.
So that's still an advantage, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Uh, which I think would be an advantage because of the hunter or the new deft explorer bit. You have Arctic and Forest,
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
you have an advantage on survival checks. With the
Oh,
24, yeah, you absolutely know this cave mouth and the mountains beyond. You can see it are southward, maybe a little southeast. The tundra behind you is north, and you can figure out east and west pretty well. I'd also say with that survival check, why not? You would notice that it looks like about 4 individuals have come and gone, or have utilized this causeway in this cave mouth frequently.
this seems to be a stopping place for someone. A few people have come and gone recently.
Don't want to be too pessimistic, but
Probably the ones that we just encountered.
yeah, probably no one friendly around.
When is there ever?
The towns are semi-friendly sometimes.
The amount of cannibals we've run into is slightly alarming.
Only slightly.
Well,
I feel
Phineas,
if
yeah. How are you feeling? Should we take a moment to patch you guys up?
I am hurt, but I'm more worried about the fact that this cave seems more like a trap than an invitation.
Yes, yes, please. Heal me, please. Thank you.
I'll start with a Channel Divinity Balm of Peace
All right.
for first one Phineas, second one Tia.
Ooh, good one.
Very nice.
Oh, that That's better.
Well, you still get 9 healing, and Tia still gets 14.
I'm pretty good now.
Okay.
Your dogs would be with you, curious of what to do.
No. Cool. We brought them to another death trap, didn't we?
I mean,
Technically, the ring.
Honestly, just existing is a death trap, hon.
Fair enough.
Well, what are our options?
Go inside the cave, or cross across the tundra, back north.
The cave might give us answers, but it also might be full of trouble and annoying things.
Feels like a trap to me.
That ring has me confused. Why would it transport people back to this place in case of death of the wearer?
Who says it had anything to do with their death?
That's true. I guess it happened when you touched the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Could have been to bring them back to their home base.
Wait, did the corpses come along with us, by the way?
nope.
Damn it.
Oh no, the ring, as you're identifying it, it starts to melt away. As you place it in the ground, you can see it leaving behind a 6-pointed snowflake.
That's
Like a normal, like just a
World symbol,
small
isn't it?
little.
Give me a religion
snowflake.
check.
Damn it, I know it though.
I know you know it.
Religion.
I would say up here, it's not a high DC. You would know.
11.
You would know that's Oral's symbol. You've seen it before. Proudly hung on a tavern in East Haven.
It's not a big surprise. These guys were literally crying out the Frostmaiden's name.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's try and figure out where East Haven is. Continue there, right? Right. We're not gonna go in this cave, right? Right.
I'm perfectly fine with going back to town.
What's the weather like right now?
Windy.
Oh,
I
well.
wouldn't say it's blizzardy, but it's windy. It's heckin' windy.
We did get quite a head start.
And I would say that dim light of midday is currently above you.
We're near the spine.
Yeah. Just to the south of you.
I mean, we just got gifted like a day's worth of walking.
Yeah.
Anything in this general area we should check out?
I would say it's hard to tell what part of the spine of the world you're in.
And then we either go in the cave or wander the tundra aimlessly. And then when we finish the cave, we'll wander the tundra aimlessly.
Mhm. Choices, choices, choices.
As you can see, the spine of the world is quite large.
Yeah.
wish I would have taken the other spell I was wanting to take.
Yeah.
We could wander the mountains until we run into a Goliath tribe.
At least they might have more of a sense of direction.
Maybe we just go this way. And I'll point toward the direction that the beacon is pointing me.
You know, I don't hate it.
Why?
It just feels right.
So we trade one trap for another.
Better the trap we know.
Do we know the trap?
Wait, is this the buzzing in your head?
Yeah.
Should go the opposite direction.
We're going to have to deal with it sooner or later.
I mean, I'm kind of curious what it is. And somebody doesn't want to tell me.
Bakar would say to you, Tia, I think that is quite a mouth of cave. It looks almost feline. It's a bear. Fascinating. As it just, you would see Bakara just staring in wonder. Just idly.
Well, maybe we should go into the cave. There might be something interesting in there. He thinks that it looks like a bear's mouth.
The cave entrance.
Rather interesting. He hasn't been wrong when he said there's always been interesting things.
It's true. Bakara has great judgment.
Interesting things usually gets us killed.
Or
Said
severely injured.
everything here gets us killed.
And yet we're still here.
I know.
You would all hear in your head, oh, or we could go find a buried tower. That was interesting too.
We barely had a direction on that.
We don't even know
And
where
now
we are.
And now we don't even know where we are.
As Bakara just starts cleaning himself.
Also interesting, but even less likely to be found
Maybe
from
we
here.
just take a careful peek into the cave, at least get out of the wind.
It's a cave. A careful peek is going to look like a cave.
They might have supplies in the cave as well, even though that they were debt-like they were living at one point.
They
I
could.
mean, they could, but what supplies are we after?
Anything to help us track a long journey across the tundra.
They seem to be able to teleport. I don't know if they're tracking much.
Not at will, though. They were just wandering.
He was wearing it.
And we see footprints leaving, not sleds or carts.
Yeah, footprints leaving, coming and going. I would say even with your previous survival check, maybe see drag marks.
You know what? It's dark in there. Laura, satisfy our curiosity. Do you want to just take a quick peek?
Yes, shall we?
I'm not
Yes.
going. I'm not going in there.
But you'll go into the creepy area that your crystal is taking you.
It doesn't
Level
feel.
personal.
It doesn't feel like it's bad. I don't know how to
Really?
describe it. It just feels like it wants me to go over there.
Laura's
Most
made
cursed
it sound
items
plenty
don't
bad.
feel like they're bad until
Oh
you
no,
realize you're cursed.
no, the other one it felt real bad.
He's been cursed before. He knows the difference.
What did the skull look like? You said
Uh,
that you got the rock, the crystal from a skull.
yeah,
Holes
yeah.
in the front. No
Uh,
nose.
yeah, no nose, no mouth, no eyes.
Not really like
Do you
I'll
know
just add.
what
Well, I
that
add
is?
little holes, like 4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
four holes where its mouth would be. And still a hole where the mouth would be, but not like a jaw like you have. But holes, 4 holes around it. Did you roll to see what it was? And fail that
he
one?
did. He called it a mind flayer skull.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is.
Somebody did. I don't remember if it was you and Tia both looked at it.
I thought I didn't know what it was.
I think Tia told you what it was though.
Oh, mind flayer.
Yes. And do you know what those monsters do?
Well, if the name is anything to go by, they're probably not very nice.
Yeah. So
This
why
is
would we want to go to something that a crystal that you got from a mind flayer's skull? Why would you want to go there?
Bad decisions. It's kind of
Makes
what
a
we
strong
do.
point.
Yeah, but it was dead. So maybe it was whoever killed it left it there so that we could go and see them. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could have happened.
If they're bad, they need to be dealt with anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go and check out the cave. And I'll report to you back to you guys in a few minutes.
Okay.
Alright. Alara goes and checks out the cave. At which point, I'll go ahead and bring you to the map for it. We like maps, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That usually means combat.
That's true.
Yeah. Mm.
It is like there is snow, but it is kind of just ice above. But making your way to the portico, it looks very ramshackle. And kind of looking inside, you can see a raised area beyond. Dark. You want to go ahead and give me a stealth check?
It's incredibly dark. Okay. At advantage or just normal?
Just normal for these purposes.
Yep, okay. Fuck.
Love it. As you're creeping in here, ice occasionally crunching under you, you can see a looks to be an icy ramp that ascends over here 5 feet, not very high, but there's a 20-foot high chamber festooned with icicles. A naturally formed pillar supports the chamber's domed sort of roof in here. Alcoves to the north side do seem to have, looks to be chains and paddocks, rusty iron gates, and even keys lie discarded on the floor outside of them. There's passageway to the southeast and to the northwest.
I guess I'm gonna go up this way.
All right. I'd say as you approach here, getting kind of closer and
Mhm.
close enough to those areas, you would notice inside of each of the shells are fragments of shell. Uh,
Shell.
yeah, a shell. Bluish white in coloration. Must have been about as large of a halfling.
Mm, mm, Can I identify the shell?
Sure. As you kind of like approach the cage to look at the shell within, give me a nature check. Yeah, that is the DC. These are white dragon eggs, hatched about 3 years ago, give or take.
Nice. Nice. Right. Okay. Um, yeah, it's a good day to die. Okay. Choice. No, I'm gonna head on my way back out.
All right. I'll say as you're leaving,
Yeah. Mm.
you hear crunching of snow up above.
Okay.
Meanwhile, what are you guys doing outside?
Hanging out.
Hanging out with the dog. Yeah.
Mm,
Wait,
and
I've
what's
got a message.
yeah, I think 3 of us have a message. Go for it.
Okay.
I'll let you send a message real
Um,
quick.
yeah, I'll send a message. Hey, there's white dragon eggs that have hatched about 3 years ago in here, and now there's crunching snow. Just so that you guys know. And I
Who's that
send
to?
that to I'll send that to Tia.
Well, it appears that there might be something interesting in there after all, but I don't know if we'd want to fight it. Alara has found white dragon eggs that has apparently hatched around 3 years ago.
Oh,
The
does she
eggs are
help?
probably worth some money, but it sounds like there might be something that's coming along.
Like small white dragons, about 3 years old.
Perhaps she just said crunching snow.
Well,
We should probably go in there and give her a hand.
As
if
you,
we go in, she can't get out.
at which point, Alara, starting to creep your way forward, you hear that crunching snow again, and up above, you would see about as big as you. Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger. Dull, actually bright white scales shimmering in the non existent light of a small, well, not small, medium sized white dragon with kind of smooth features for its face, with cracks of look to be icicles almost, but more white along its backside. Thin, ungainly sort of wings. See it sniffing the air. What languages do you speak?
Oh, I don't think I speak Draconic, but I'll see what other ones
That's
I'll
a
do.
fair bet. So you would not understand this.
I speak Primordial,
Oh no.
Uncommon, Deep
Ah.
Speech, Sylvan.
That's a lot of
Oh.
languages.
And start sniffing the air around you and start sniffing closer towards you. Its wings spread out as if it's about to take flight. And it looks to lunge towards you. At which point, we're gonna roll initiative.
Fucking dragons.
God damn it, cats.
As now I can actually show you the art for this. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, they're not even cute.
No, these are far from cute. But I will say,
Yeah.
as we roll initiative, that will be a good spot for us to take our little 5-10 minute break. So we'll pick back up here in a moment with some baby dragons. So stick around, folks. We'll be back in a few. Alrighty, folks. We are back into it, and well, last we left off, after getting teleported to a strange location in the right and below the mountains, cave mouth, Alara decided to investigate on behalf of Bakara, and finding eggshells of white dragons sneaking about. Seems she got caught by one of them, as it kind of says something in Draconic that she couldn't quite understand and seems to try to... Looks like it's about to leap towards her. I'm gonna say... You guys might hear a little something. So Severage, what are you doing in this moment? You're not sure what's happening, but you can kind of... Icicles start dropping from the top of this portico. What are you doing?
I guess I'm running through to make sure I'm on the other side if it collapses completely. You don't know what's going on yet.
Right.
I don't know that I'm committing to anything since I don't know what's really going on, so... Starting to rumble. I will make sure my lantern is on and just go to the bend.
Alright.
Keep an
Lantern
eye
is on.
keep an eye down the hall.
Hold an action for anything.
Yeah, I guess I can shoot something if it comes through this hallway.
Alright.
Oh wait, are we outside? Is that the way in?
You guys are outside, that's the way in, yes.
Oh, I thought the way we were already slightly inside.
If you guys want, you could have been further up the bend. That's up to you guys.
I thought we were like outside the mouth of the caves. Right?
I didn't know we were that far away.
Yeah, if you want, you could be here. I don't care. I'm okay with that. You'd be able to see. You'd be able to see Alara then.
It's just awkward if she's only like 15 feet away. And we're just like,
So
"Yeah,
we'll
what's
say
going
Alara's
on?"
creeping back over here then.
And this is starting to, well, it doesn't, not necessarily collapse, but it's starting to, stuff's starting to fall out of it.
Icicles start to fall down. I wouldn't say collapse, but icicles are definitely falling down.
I'm gonna run through to the other side. Just get on the other side of the thing, just in case it collapses.
All right. Once in there, you would then see this large dragon about the size of a Great Dane, about to go leaping towards Alara, which you would see now in your light.
So it's being aggressive.
It does seem to be being aggressive.
Am I the only light source in here? Most likely.
You are.
Then I will open. You know what? I'm gonna throw some Yeti magic at it and make it a light source.
Okay.
And maybe get its attention. Make it think. Huzzah! Oh, I left advantage on.
Yeah, that will 22 will definitely hit.
Can I have... Oh, I left sneak attack on. That's
You're good.
not happening.
You will take 5 points of radiant damage as it starts to glow. The only downside is it's hard to do. I gotta give it bright light real quick. And then I gotta take it away. That should work. As it starts to glow, this wisp of light are wrapping around it.
And we want to distract it, so... I'm just gonna step out in the open then.
Alright, that will take us to Alara. No longer invisible. Not that you were to this creature anyways. What's Alara doing?
I can't understand you, but I know that I've overstepped. I've overstayed my welcome. He's probably going to get out of this, actually, but I'm gonna try and cast Entangle.
Alright, what does that look like? Tell me about that.
So, around him, so I think it's around him, so it says grasping weeds and all that, but I'd say it's like, for me, it's probably more like really thick roots coming up from the ground and trying to basically just entangle him up. And I think
That area?
Restrained by the plant uses action to make a strength check. Yeah.
As it will make a strength save.
And it will probably pass.
Maybe. It did get an 18.
Yeah, that passes.
As vines try to reach towards it, as its wings flap upward, it just kind of claws away. Anything else for Alara?
We're gonna try. The other one's probably in there.
Always go south.
I'm just good.
Could just leave.
Backing up into a corner there.
I'm gonna back this way. How many feet's that? I mean, that's plenty of feet. Yep. I'm gonna move this way.
Alright.
And a turn.
Running towards the entrance. That will take us to the dragon. Will kind of flap its wings, landing right in front of you, Severage. As it inhales, you can see this kind of greenish blue energy, winter green, if you will, start to build up into its mouth. As it's going to breathe on both you and Alara. I need both you guys to make Constitution saves.
Why Constitution?
Because it's ice cold.
I feel good about a 14. It's the little one. I don't feel great. I can't do anything about it too, though. I don't know. If we're both dead, we're both dead. It is.
Good news is, Alara, you do get inspiration from that nat 1.
I do?
You do, because you rolled a nat 1. Bad news is, Alara, you do take 22 points of cold damage. Severage, you take 11.
Sweet, 14 is enough.
So that's 19 on here. That's 3. Okay. Fine. Fine.
Which will take us to our not so surprised guest at this point, number 2. I am gonna roll. Was kind of sneaky. Trying to. Just to see if you see him coming. You do see him coming. Out of a hole near the bottom of this chasm, flies up over the ledge there, maybe 10 feet up, lets out. I mean, it might sound mighty to you guys, but compared to a full dragon, it doesn't sound mighty. Lets out a little bit of a... yeah, Severage as you back up. Oh. Nah, I won't be able to get everyone. Lets out a... What, again, sounds like kind of a mighty roar, but you can imagine this is still a child. And exhales... Also, wintergreen blast of cold air.
Minty fresh.
Minty fresh, and I will need Phineas, Tia, and Andres to give me Constitution saves.
That's no longer active.
Very nice.
Those are good numbers.
It's not actually... You know what? Let's see, it should do it. There you go. Hey, I got close to average. Those are good numbers, but I rolled 1 below average, so you guys each take 10 points of cold damage. As ice starts to kind of cover your feet. And then it's going to flap up around. Let me double check its move. Oh, yeah. And then it's going to flap up about 15 feet. So it's about 10 feet high, 15 feet back. That'll take us to Andres.
Andres is gonna cast a first level bless on himself. Who makes the most attacks here? Definitely Alara,
Alright.
which I can see right now, correct?
You can. She is in the light with Sev. And this thing is currently glowing.
And let's also give it to Severage then.
Alright.
Blessed. Never been blessed before.
Hashtag bless, bruh.
And I'll move over here.
Alright.
I assume the most of the fighting is gonna happen outside now.
Maybe. We'll find out.
There's just my line of thought.
Alright. Taking us to Phineas.
Phineas will back up and try and hide behind this little tusk thing. And as he's running, he's rummaging through his pack for a couple more of those little pellets, toss them up in the air, explode 2 of them on that guy.
Alright. Dex saves. He got a 10 and a 14, so he's going to take both those bird pellets for 19 points of fire damage. It lets out this horrible screech as that wounded it pretty severely. This kind of sounds bird-like in this moment.
And then that will be my turn.
Taking us to Tia. What's a Tia?
I am going to hit the same one that Phineas got with my Eldritch Blast, and I do want to push it back.
All right. Don't forget, 5th level now, so you do get 2 shots with it.
Okay. It's not clicking. Hold on 1 second. Why won't you click?
Click it harder.
Just thinking of whatchamacallit.
No, it's a cantrip, so it's not going to pop that up.
Dude, where's my car?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not working. Spells sometimes pop up and ask you what level you want to cast it at, but if you're casting
Not
a
Eldritch
cantrip, you shouldn't do that.
You got to do it from the core. The core.
Yeah,
Motto
it's
for the
still
Marine
not
Corps.
letting me click it. Why not?
You can always just roll a d20.
All right.
Add
I'm just gonna have to do that.
7 to it. Do the old-fashioned way. They've given up on maintenance for their previous. 13 is going to be a miss as it flaps its wing and dodges your first shot.
Number 2.
Get 2 shots. 20 will hit it. Roll me a d10. We get to add 4 to it. Takes 11 points of damage as it is blasted back 10 feet from you. In the air, just kind of starts to fall for a brief moment, flaps its wings to keep it upright as it seems to kind of stumble midair. That one's pretty badly hurt.
All right, I'm gonna move a bit back, more closer to Andras, and I will end my turn there.
All right, that will take us to Severage.
Why are you guys grouping up again?
I kind of like where I am. I'm going to take aim and shoot the one that I've been shooting.
All right.
While he's still aglow.
He is aglow.
18.
18 does hit.
He's got nothing to knock out of his hand. Yeah, nope. Just doing all the damage.
Doing all that damage for 15. As your arrow kind of goes through one of its wings as it's starting to flap up again. It goes through the wing and kind of lands on its backside, hitting pretty straight the center of its spine. Through in between the spines and stuff.
It is slowed and no longer glowing. It only glows until the end of my next turn.
Correctamundo.
But that is my turn.
All right, taking us to Alara. What's Alara doing? Seeing blasts of cold from the outside as well as blasts of fire. You're muted also.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
I'm going to take some bark, rub it between my hands, and I'm going to cast bark skin on myself.
Okay. Such a great spell now. As you get hit points equal to your spellcasting plus proficiency bonus, so
good.
Is that 3 plus 3? You get 6 temporary hit points.
6 or 7. Can they refresh at the start of each round?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was How many temporary?
You get 6.
6.
Because your wisdom's 17, I believe.
Yes, it is. Okay, excellent. Just put that on there, and I'll take a shot at it.
All right. Is Barkskin a bonus action too now?
No, it is an action, but I got the 2 actions?
No, so
Or am I only able to do it with...
only if you take the attack action do you get 2 attacks.
Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since
No,
I've
you're good.
played. He's not a spellcaster.
You're good.
And yeah, that's it.
All right, stay and put there.
I'm gonna try and like move a little bit back, but not.
All right.
Fully aware that there's another danger right behind me.
Yeah, seeing Tia just kind of blasted away a little bit as after like a little fiery explosion. That will take us to Gellum. So have you attacked it?
Names.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, they got names. Gonna
they
just leap at you as if a giant cat were leaping at you.
Meow.
And tries to bite you. Getting a 16 to hit.
Ooh, that's enough.
As you take 10 points of piercing damage and 2 cold damage as it just kind of leaps on you for a second, just like kind of almost standing at your height on its hind legs and just takes a big old bite onto your shoulder neck muscles there. Clavicle? Clavicle.
That would be the collarbone, yes.
Yeah. Which will take us to...
Just one attack.
Just one attack.
And then I'm gonna hop back.
Alright. Which will take us to Tyzar. You're never going to learn their names, so I figured I might as well tell you.
They're not going to have them in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Flapping its wings. Seeing you just getting bit by its brother. Oh, but it did just get blasted by... I'm going to roll...
I'll be the meat in this dragon sandwich.
Yeah. And it's gonna leap over towards you, Sev. And doing like a little flyby attack is going to try to bite on you. Getting a 21 to hit.
That's plenty.
As you take 9 piercing and only 1 cold damage. And it just kind of takes a nip at your arm and will fly away a little bit. A little hit and run tactics. You have a crossbow in your hand, so no attacks of opportunity.
I used my reaction to move anyway.
That is also true. And it's going to fly down into that crevice there. Below. Taking us to Andres.
Andres is going to ring the bell of Airdrie Fenya as one of the triangles on the holy symbol on my shield lights up, casting Toll the Dead on this guy.
You would have to like step over to the ledge because it kind of disappears from view.
That's okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I was just trying to like kind of bait someone to come out to look at it. If you gotta go after it, you're gonna have to work for it.
DC 14.
Whoa.
Take almost
Wait,
maximum damage.
Wow, holy shit.
That's 2d12.
Ooh. You got a 20.
Well, fuck.
As the snows kind of rumble around it, it kind of buries its head in the snow a little bit.
Can't even see it for the port. Damn it.
I'll move back.
I'll take it to
Running out
Phineas.
just a little.
Alright.
Phineas will look over to Alara. He's got to really turn. And he'll see this other guy over here. He'll fire 2 beads right on it.
Okay. Yell.
dozen.
Ooh. Got a nat 1 and a 13.
Ooh, 2 fails.
As this thing is pelted back, kind of into the, icicles start to kind of fall on it, and it kind of starts to limp a little bit as its wings go limp as well, hobbling up, lets out a big cat roar.
Still up?
Still up, just barely.
I will move. I have to be all the way over here to see this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move over here, and I will second level magic missile. And I'll send 2 at this one and 2 at this one.
All right. That's the one great thing about the minute meteors. It's only a bonus action afterwards. Ooh.
7 and 7.
First 2, second 2, not that bad.
As they both take 7 points of damage. Oh, what is? Go ahead and describe what this looks like as you kill both of these white dragons.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I walk over, and I'm just like walking, and I'm not even like directing anything. Just lights are shooting off of me and to the beads, and then just explosions happen. It's really cool.
All right, with this one kind of starts to get buried in the snow as the beads kind of explode on it. This one just gets pelted into the wall there as icicles drop on top of it. With a little noise coming from little groans for a brief moment before falling silent. Only noise you hear is the wind and each other's breathing.
Oh,
Everybody good?
Definitely interesting.
Take what you want and let's leave before the bigger ones show up.
Lara, you were invisible. How did you see you?
I must have made sound. He must. I mean, dude, when was the last time we had a shower? When was the last time we had a bath?
This morning?
I probably don't smell very nice. We've been sweating. We've been all that jazz. Probably smelled me. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try and take one of his eyes anyway.
It's said that dragons have some supernatural senses.
Mm.
Maybe
Like they're very
choose to-
magical creatures, aren't they?
Inherently, yes. How's everybody feeling? Health-wise.
A little low, but
Could be
nothing
better, but
that
I'll be fine.
I'll let T and Phineas roll me an Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
Both you guys, dirty
Damn.
20s. White dragons, typically the most bestial of dragons, are of the lowest intelligence of any true dragon, and are the most, like I said, animalistic and bestial of their kind. They do have supernatural senses to sense anything invisible around them, as well as, like all dragons, do tend to collect things.
Worth checking out.
The
Could somebody want to help me pull these guys' eyes out? I want to study these
Sure.
in a little bit.
I'll help.
Yeah, we'll
While
get to
they're
work.
doing that, could I start
their
a
eyes out.
prayer of healing? Seems
Absolutely.
appropriate. It's gonna take 10 minutes, but I assume
Yeah, it'll take a little
Plucking
bit
out an eye is
to
probably
pluck
also
out
gonna
an
take some
eye.
time.
And Alara, go and give me no survival check needed. Let's say for fun, it's just an eye. You pluck out one of these eyes, still lightly glowing for a brief moment before, as you pull it out, it glows dull.
I'll put it in a vial. Try and keep it safe for research.
I also want to try and steal a couple of teeth.
Okay, yeah, you can easily get a couple of teeth from this one. The other one's at the bottom of the chasm if you want to go after that one.
No, that one can stay there.
That's fair.
How much healing do we get?
Spending 10 minutes.
Does it go
yeah.
through?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. You all get second level 12 points of healing, and you
Right.
all immediately receive the benefit of a short rest, and can use hit dice if you wish to.
Oh, hell
Because that's
yeah.
what Prayer of Healing does now.
So you don't get 12 healing.
You
You
don't get
get
12
you
healing.
get the short rest instead.
No,
That's
I believe
either-
you get both, actually.
I don't think so. It's otherwise it's way too powerful.
You can only
Mhm.
benefit from it once per long rest, though.
I don't think I didn't update yours.
I don't know what book it's in, so
I don't either, but I'm
All good.
90% sure it's just you get a short rest.
Might be in the first cleric playtest. Prayer of Healing. Each of those creatures who remains within range of the spell gains the benefit of a short rest and also regains 2d8 hit points.
All right, well, there you go. That's way better than it used to be.
Yeah,
Arcane
the old
recovery
one
then.
sucked.
That's dope.
Arcane recovery, round up or round down?
down.
Round it up?
Round it up. Nice.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get a third level back then.
Get whatever that was. 5 is not a lot, but I'll take it.
Yeah, you always round up except for damage.
Dang it. I'll just be down.
Oh.
As you guys start to feel reinvigorated at the entrance of this cave. What are you up to?
That was interesting.
Well, shall we go find the loot?
How many dragon eggs did you find?
There was 2.
Oh, just 2? All right. We
2
should be good
cages,
then.
2 eggs, 2 dragons.
And there were other footprints and stuff, so hopefully we're okay.
I'm sure they were used to guard things.
I will cast the light cantrip on my glove.
All right.
I almost go to pull out the crystal, and then I look over at Alara and instead cast it on my glove.
Fair enough. Yeah, approaching up here, you would notice, yeah, there's an entrance to the, or an exit to the south of this cave, and then to the northwest.
Do we hear any other sounds coming from deeper in the cave?
Give me a perception check.
I'll throw some guidance on that if it matters.
It does.
Dirty 20.
Far in the distance. Not sure. It seems like everything is kind of muffled in here. You can hear the crackling of fire.
We definitely still got company.
Man. Which direction do you hear it from?
Which direction do I hear it from? I assume like north.
Yeah, through here somewhere.
Okay. Deeper in, northwest, that way. My elven ears are pretty sharp today.
Very sharp. What are you guys doing?
I also want to steal some dragon egg shards.
Sure. They're just like thick, like kind of like ostrich eggs, but bigger, thicker, very frozen over. There's also like keys and like the grates for the cages are rusted over and frozen shut. So you could reach in and grab a few shell pieces.
Awesome.
How do you proceed?
Well, shall we go towards the fire, or shall we call it here? I'm sure there's more loot to find if we press on.
Maybe we check out these other pathways first.
I'm really sure there is, but we can look. Please. Let's.
Which way shall we go first?
Sorry, what did you say, southwest? You say there was another way out the cave?
It's just another pathway.
There's
That's
a pathway
that's,
to
that's
the
kind
south,
of
yep.
up higher.
Okay, okay.
That is where
Would
one
have
of the
probably
dragons
seen that
came
the
from.
outside. Well, let's try that one first then.
And then whoever's here might be able to sneak up behind us. Maybe
No,
deal
I'll
with them
stay.
first.
I think we've been spotted yet. They probably
Well,
would
the
have been noticed.
dragon spotted us, and I'm sure that made a commotion of noise.
It's true. If they didn't hear all the explosions, they're not interested.
We did see tracks leading away.
Perhaps everyone's gone.
Alright, back at the fire.
Okay, let's check out the fire then. Maybe we can get the drop on, I don't know, someone while they're sleeping.
Should I turn off my light then?
Probably best, yeah.
Dispel it.
Does Sev put out his light?
No.
Otherwise it's pitch black in here.
That's true.
What are you guys doing?
It's going north.
I'm gonna cast some Pass Without Trace to muffle our steps.
All right. If you guys want, you can all roll stealth checks then. Adding 10 to it. What is your pass without trace? Does it look like anything, or is it just like all of a sudden everyone's footsteps just start to get lightened and don't leave prints?
Yeah, it just kind of dulls all the sound around him, like
Fair enough.
like speaking from behind a door.
Yeah, I got you.
All sound.
The already somewhat quieted area gets even quieter. As you all start to sneak forward. With you guys sneaking forward, you would notice the cave kind of splits in multiple directions here. One to the east, kind of southeast, one to the north, one to the southwest, one to the northeast, and one to the northwest.
Yeah. Which one is the crackling sound coming from? The north one?
I would say the southwest.
Oh, okay. So I'm headed first then.
All right. As you peer around the corner, hundreds of icicles cling to this chamber below. 12-foot high ceiling, this frost-rimed chamber everything covered in it. All of it bathed in a flickering blue light. Light sources of blue flame crackling in a stone brazier that stands against the far wall. White smoke rising above it kind of coalesces every few seconds in the form of a woman, but the image is fleeting.
What?
Yep.
Okay. Keep moving. Is it super extra cold in here?
It is so cold.
Obviously.
And very quiet. I'm going to keep yourself from slipping on the ice in here. The wall's coated in it. Not a stone wall like the rest. It is ice walls and just entirely caked in ice. Not even smooth ice either. It's just this kind of jagged. You know how ice sometimes makes those weird patterns in it. You can see patterns and swirls and other kind of. It's almost like artwork, but you can't make any actual pattern in it. And again, hundreds of large icicles lining the ceiling.
There's no one in there, as far as I can tell.
As you look in there, it is an empty chamber, aside from this eerily glowing blue flame brazier. It's a thing.
Huh.
And as you get
Sure is.
closer to it, it is so cold.
It burns cold.
It's colder the closer you get to it.
Okay, I'll wait for the rest to funnel in.
I'm hanging back waiting for Sev.
Can I do an arcane check to see if I've ever heard of anything like cold fire?
Sure, but the DC is going to be very high.
All right. Why not roll it?
Nope.
Uh,
That doesn't
Well,
make
what's
any
hoping
sense.
for a nap, but it wasn't a nat one.
Might as well get inspiration on a check you probably weren't going to pass anyway.
Yeah. You now have inspiration from rolling a nat 1.
The image of that woman that occasionally
It's
appears
so
in the smoke,
fleeting.
It's totally oral though, isn't it? That's totally supposed to be the Frostmaiden.
Maybe. That's probably what your mind believes.
Yeah.
The smoke itself, lightly tinted blue, almost like ice or wind. It occasionally swirls and kind of also reminiscent of your transportation here.
There is a large part of me that wants to create a bonfire in that.
Do it.
You can try.
All right, I want to create bonfire in that
In
little
the
thing.
brazier,
Yeah.
you see this faint flicker of orangish red before it is quickly snuffed out by this overpowering blue flame.
Well, how interesting.
Is this some sort of altar? I mean, it doesn't really look like a place of worship. Like there's nothing, no other religious imagery around?
No, but what if there are more braziers like that? That might be why it's so cold and is always winter, or at least a part of it.
The brazier is kind of like a 3-foot high stone brazier. It looks to rise naturally from the floor. It's definitely not a discrete object in any manner.
Can I toss a little bit of ice or snow into it? See what happens?
Yeah. Now if you just kind of scrape off or pick up some ice and just toss it into this blue fire, it kind of like little sparks happen. Like throwing a pine cone into a fire.
Interesting.
Like sap.
Mm-hmm. I'm lacking the magical expertise to really give a proper assessment of this.
I've never heard of anything like a cold fire before.
Can't say I have either.
No. Mm.
Doesn't ring any bells to any of you. It's a first. I'll also say you mentioned no religious reliefs or anything like that. You've never seen an altar to Oral, or no, you've never seen an altar to her.
So I guess this certainly could be.
I would say it's, I mean, it's obviously magic, but that's about it.
We might need to remember where this cave is for later. Well, shall we go explore the rest of the cave and maybe we'll find a clue about this somewhere? Maybe a book, perhaps.
Okay.
Oddly enough, when you leave the chamber, it somehow feels warmer. Yeah, it's absolutely freezing, but it's much warmer. Going back and meeting the others. Which way are you going? Northwest or northeast? Or are you going back southeast? I would say Tia,
Shall we
and
go north?
you can probably already make out some of that chamber.
Looks like there's some beds in here.
Yeah.
We might find some personal effects.
Some bloody bones up here.
Do see a little bit of
Tooth?
blood.
Teeth?
But Tia, as you kind of approach that northwestern chamber, a little bit higher up, but Frostmaiden chamber, beyond this like 10-foot fissure, see a frost-covered wooden plank spanning this gap, and a more traffic tunnel leading here. See 4 sleeping pallets covered in furs. Wooden pail nearby kind of looks to be used as a chamber pot. And is currently empty.
Well, it seems like no one's here at the moment. Or at least if they are here, they did just empty something. I want to check the board before I start crossing it, make sure it's kind of structurally sound,
Sure.
keeping in mind that the last time we walked across something shady, there was kobolds underneath.
Yeah. And I think before that, it was, or no, after that, it was actually the ice bridge. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
computer's being slow.
You're good. With the 20.
Dirty 20.
It seems safe, but it is frozen stiff. So as long as you approach it with a cautious mind, you probably won't slip. It's not pure ice. It just has that coating on it, kind of.
Be careful, the board is a little frosty. And I will slowly make my way across, paying extra attention to like be sure of my footing.
Absolutely. You can easily make it into that chamber. Darkened. And you would see what looks to be another chamber beyond on the northeast of here, across that fissure.
Does there look like there's any personal effects in the area? Like
No.
a bag of
None.
just pallets to sleep on?
Just sleeping pallets, yeah. It's crude, and it's as you see it. There's a bucket nearby.
Well, there's another room over here, but that might just be what that other pathway leads to. I will come back.
Okay. Final pathway then?
Might as well. Hopefully there's something of value here. Otherwise, what a waste of dragons.
Waste good dragon eggs.
We'll say as you approach this chamber, on the ice in this cave, stained pink and red with the blood of numerous kills, the center of the room, beside a stone tray of butcher's tools, looks to be the flayed husk of an owlbear skeleton that has been skinned, gutted, stripped of meat. Along one wall, metal hooks pierce the ice. And you would see, actually, as you get further, doesn't seem to notice you because you're not bringing light with you, a large man in blood-drenched hide armor hangs carcasses of these hooks to bleed out. His face and limbs blackened by frostbite. And he seems to be missing a nose.
I'm gonna quietly put my hand out and grab onto Andras, and then look behind me and give like the quiet motion, like put my fingers up to my lips and then motion ahead like there's a person there.
We'll say as Sev kind of moves across that pathway, causes light just enough to flicker across you three, getting his attention to look not at you, just in your direction. Oh. Kind of make an offering. As he unhooks a hook from the wall. Gives almost a smile, if he could smile. Do you respond?
No.
I just in there hanging out in the dark. I'm not gonna respond.
Alright. Starts moseying on over towards you all. Hook in hand, still dripping blood. come have a look. See what's what. And kind of taps the bones of these ribs with the hook.
All right, I've seen horror movies that started out this way, but there's a part of me that's just curious as to what's in the rest of this cave. I am going to cautiously move a little forward because he's so far not making an attempt to harm us.
And kind of motions to the center of the bloody mess there, bones sticking up out of the ice, as if it's taken a while to clean. The bones are clean. The ground is not. He motions towards the bones. See that? Do you see it? Clicking on it with that large hook.
All right, I want to take a look and see if I can try and understand what it is that he's trying to show me.
Give me an insight check. All right. Go in. Start taking a look. And he's going to try to jam your head into one of these bone spikes.
Damn it, I knew it.
At which point, you did get a 14 to hit.
I'm going to use shield.
As you kind of feel that nudging on the back of your head, shields up as his hand is kind of pushed back, and then he raises his hook to try to attack properly. At which point we are going to get back into this initiative, gang. The hook is also made of
This is
Chardolin.
probably a trap, but there's a part of me that so just wants to know.
It's 100% a trap, yeah. All right, everybody with the quickness here. Tia, you're up first after kind of pushing him away with your shield.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast him and push him back.
All right, it will be at disadvantage, but hey, you get 2 attacks, why not?
Why won't you let me click right now? Well, okay, that one clicked.
Don't click under your spells. Click under the core and your attacks. It'll be the top one.
Oh, okay.
It is a disadvantage, but no need to roll a second time. Your first attack is going to be a miss. Your second attack, roll one more time. 14 just hits.
Nice.
Go roll me some Eldritch as he takes 13 points of force damage as he is just blasted back 10 feet and is tumbling into the rock wall behind him. Anything else for Tia?
I am going to take some steps back.
All right.
And then that's it.
That'll take us to Phineas.
I'm hearing this.
You are hearing this.
All right. And then I will move forward.
You would have heard him talking a little bit too.
I can get to there, and I will
Kind of see him.
turn my head to the left so like my good eyes on him.
Yeah.
And I will second level magic missile him.
Okay. When in doubt, magic missile out. I mean, four beads of energy explode on him. He takes 14 points of force damage. Just pelted by this energy. Hook in hand still.
That'll be me.
Taking us to Sev.
Let's see. I can see him from there. I'm gonna hit him with a wisp so he gives off light so we can better track him.
Absolutely.
I don't get sneak attack on that.
You do not.
Normal roll. I'm not blessed anymore.
An 8 is unfortunately going to be a miss as the wisp kind of like, you feel this cold wind blow as the wisp gets kind of shooed away. Almost protecting him.
Just step to the other side.
Alright. Take us to Alara.
Yeah. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark, please.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to fill the fucker with a couple of arrows.
Yeah. Feather his ass.
As one does. 13 just hits. So you are actually invisible right now. So if you want to see if you crit,
I am?
you are. Because
Okay.
Severage is the only light, and you're right at the edge of his bright light. Okay, so you hit for 14 points of damage. First attack.
Yeah. That second one was just to see if I crit.
Right.
I didn't.
Let's see
and
it.
here's my proper second attack.
25 for sure. He takes 7 points of piercing damage. He just starts looking around confused, not sure where it's coming from.
End of turn, thanks.
Alright, that'll take us to Andres up front. What does the red dot mean?
That's concentration, or pass without trace.
Gotcha.
Gonna get up in his face
Alright.
and raise my shield. Is there any way I can stand to block this doorway?
Sure.
Nice, but that's what I want to do. And
So you're
I'll
just taking the
use-
dodge action?
yes, in
Gotcha.
his face. Shield raised.
Fair enough. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's all I got.
He's gonna try to bash you.
Mhm.
Just a straight roll. Getting a 15 on his first attack
Miss.
and a 21 on his second attack.
Hits.
As you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. I need a Constitution save. Or points of slashing damage, sorry. Yep, you are not feeling the effects of this Chardolin cutting implement. And
There's
you
concentration.
are still maintaining concentration on everyone being quiet. You're quietly killing this man. That'll take us back to the top of the round with Tia. He just starts bashing into your shield and kind of gets a little nick under your hip.
All right. I'm gonna hit him with some psychic whisper.
All right. Doesn't have too far to run down here. Again, if you go to the under your attacks, it'll roll the damage automatically. He got a big 3
Alright.
though. It'll probably ask you what level And you're casting it at level 3, because all of your spells are level 3. Takes 19 points of psychic damage. He will... This full movement? He can't move past Andres.
Didn't think that through, actually.
So he's just going to run into the corner here.
Sorry.
And he just kind of hides for a moment. She'll freeze you all. Anything else for Tia?
No, I'll end my turn there.
That'll take us to Phineas. As the guy moved into the dark.
That's no good. I can't see anymore. I will hold a cantrip for if I see him.
Alright. What are you holding?
A mind sliver.
Alright. You can't see anything anyways. I'll take us to Sev.
Also can't see anything.
Well, Phineas can't see because he's only got one eye.
Step up. Don't see anything. Yep, I got nothing. I don't really feel like running in the rooms. I'll just chill.
Alright. Taking us to Alara.
Okay. Step here.
See him huddled into the corner there.
Shoot him a couple more times.
Alright.
Am I visible to him now?
See if you're within the light of Sev. You are.
He went reckless, though.
Okay.
You did go reckless. So it is still advantage.
Okay.
They always go reckless. He's a berserker.
Relatable.
Um,
You gotta go reckless.
Gotta go reckless. 26 will hit him.
and that one's got Hunter's Mark attached to it.
It takes
And the
14
next
points
one.
of damage as it pelts into like kind of like the meat of his neck. 24 will also hit. As he takes 5 points of piercing damage. Once again, just kind of into his chest. You can kind of start to see this blue light from within his wounds. Anything else for
Fucking
Alara?
die already, mate. Nothing else.
Can't die as long as we have our blessing. Taking us to Andres.
Gonna swing a radiant infused quarterstaff at this guy.
Alright, Radiant Infused Quarterstaff, go. Whack. 24 absolutely hits.
Nice.
As you deal 12 points of radiant damage as it cracks. Where you hit him at?
Let's go with hip level.
Yeah. As
They're
you
not wearing armor, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
as you crack into his hip, he seems to kind of stumble and you see his eyes roll in the back of his head. And then in all of the wounds that you've done so far, you see this blue fire ignite throughout them as his eyes go back to normal and stands true.
Oh,
Anything else for
well, that's
Andres?
bad. Damn it, already used my action. Is there any way... I mean, I'm making the connection. Is there any way Andres is making the connection to...
Absolutely, I don't care. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's part of this takes some metagaming for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Think something about the fire is healing them. The blue flame. And I'll stop blocking the doorway and like move down here because I know the gang's holding.
He's going to
tanks.
take an attack opportunity against you.
Nope, he used
He
his
uses
reaction.
reaction to move. You're right. Fair enough. That'll take us to his turn. Being pelted by arrows a bunch. And he didn't know where the whispers came from because there's no components for Tia casting that. So he's gonna lunge after Alara. Recklessly. As he lashes out at you, getting a 19, 21, and a 17 to hit. Which I believe all hit. As Alara, you take 25 points of slashing damage. As he is just ripping into you. Her blessing. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. Just ripping with each word he says. Yeah. Taking us to Tia.
Does Phineas get his attack on?
Phineas would get his attack at this point. Yes, thank you.
It makes an intelligence saving throw.
They're real good at that. Oh, apparently is. I got a 16.
Yeah.
That'll take us to Tia.
All right. Options. I think I'm going to psychic sliver him.
Okay. Again, intelligence save. He got a big 7. As you see blood start to trickle out of his ears, his eyes once again roll back into his head, and then his ears would ignite with blue fire. As this guy should have been dead 100% already. Somehow. He is not.
It's not a one-time thing.
I live because she wills it. Anything else for Tia?
I'm going to move closer because I got to try and get around him at one point. But I'm not going to go too close. So I will end my turn right over here.
Alright, that will take us to Phineas.
I'll mind sliver him again.
Alright. Sorry, I've been mind slivered once. You got a -3.
Ooh. We'll take another
Takes
7.
7 points of damage as once again he just kind of, his brain feels like you kind of see some skin fall off of his brain or off of his skull. Eyebrow kind of starts to wither as he kind of clutches his head for a moment, and you know what a body's like when it goes limp. You see his body go limp. But then immediately after, continues to clutch that sickle. That hook.
What's wrong with you? Just stay down.
Can't kill him,
Move away.
but maybe we can knock him out.
That'll be me.
That'll take us to Sev.
There's no use to keep doing the same thing that doesn't work. What else could we do? Me, not much. Guess I'll start heading towards the blue flame.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess I can dash.
Absolutely.
I don't know, investigate. Like, I don't look around, see what I can do.
And say in here it's ice-caked walls, this stone brazier about 3 feet high, roaring blue fire, smoke.
Yeah, you can't really do much about that. Is there snow on the ground?
I'd say there's like ice, yeah. Like ice you can kind of scrape up.
So I'll start picking at some of the ice on the wall or something like that.
Okay. Fair enough. That'll take us to Alara. I just got slashed a ribbon this last turn. What is our Drow Ranger doing?
Is muted.
Works every time.
Yeah. If I use an action to disengage, can I use another action to do something else?
No.
Or is that
You just have the one action. Unless you're a rogue, and then you get bonus action shenanigans.
Yep. I use all my action types.
We'll say you are invisible in this moment.
Yeah.
So can't opportunity attack you.
Oh,
So you don't have to disengage.
Okay.
You can move through my space as if it was difficult terrain.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't have any particularly good spells that will work in such a small space. Anyway. Slice and dice them.
Alright. Give me some slashes at advantage.
Okay, on advantage. Gonna take off the fighting style.
18 gonna hit. As your first stab goes right into his heart, you pull out. As you pull your blade out, you see the blue fire erupt from the wound right there. As the blood instantly kind of freezes over.
I'm gonna slash him again. And I'm just gonna shout out, "Is someone dealing with the fire?"
Not really.
I would say at this point, the 7
You could
there.
try and knock him out.
With a 17, that'll also hit him. As Sev, you would see 2 quick flickers of light from the fire in the other room. Once again,
Only one of those.
It doesn't. You try and gut him, or you stab into his neck, and right as your blade exudes a little bit of sizzle of fire around his neck, as it opposite of cauterize, it freezes the wound over.
Okay. And then I'm going to move to try it. I'm going to try and help Sev. How much I'll be able to help him, not sure. But, you know, it's a thought that counts.
We can do.
Fair enough. Andres.
Well, I'll go for the... I'll try to hit him with the... Well, Cordyceps only has blunt ends. Trying to hit him somewhere in the
blunter end.
Head area with the quarterstaff.
Absolutely.
It's any end, because they're all blunt.
The middle? Middle's the most blunt.
Everything is blunt.
Yeah.
The bluntest.
The bluntest part.
19.
19 absolutely hits him.
Okay, doing bludgeoning damage, but it doesn't really matter.
And you just kind of whack him right into his forehead. Again, you can see his eyes roll back in his head as fire, like his eyes are replaced by blue fire for this brief moment. And glaze over and stares back at you.
So it's not about dying, it's about being reduced to 0 HP.
That is it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know at least.
Does anyone have sleep?
Nah.
That would be a handy spell.
Anything else for Andres?
Hmm. Nah. Well, I guess I'll move up one step.
All right. Taking us to his turn. Just starts staring at Andres, muttering, "She's coming. She knows it. She lives. We live because she lives. We live because she lives. Cold. It's cold." And he kind of looks at the sickle dripping with Alara's blood. I know it. I know it. And he just kind of starts whispering to it. Taking us to Tia. As he spends his action talking. Muttering.
Alright, I'm going to move a bit closer. And there's not much else I can do, so I am also just gonna hit him with my corpse.
Whack. You do have it. You do not have advantage. An 8 is going to be a miss because he didn't go reckless because he couldn't.
All right.
But
I'll
it
have my
is-
turn there.
All right. As he kind of ducks out of the way, an eye kind of looks towards you briefly, taking us to Phineas.
I will cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
All right.
And I'll zip down this hallway here. I'll get over.
He's
How
zipping
far do I get? How far do
all
I
the way
go?
up to the flame. That's about right.
Am I able to get a movement and dash? I don't need to use my action.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will use my action to try and get this fire figured out.
What do you mean figured out?
Try and figure out how to turn it off or turn it off.
Give me an Arcana check.
25.
Hey, 25. That's a DC. Two ways. You're not even sure if it'll work, but somehow smothering the flames or destroying the altar or the pillar, if it's at all possible, or powerful magic that can dispel magic.
Yeah, don't got that one. Look over at Sev. Hey, let's blow this shit up.
Ow.
Hit it hard. I don't know.
It is a stone, heavy
don't
stone
hit things.
brazier.
Fireball.
That'll be me. If I have any more movement, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
All
If I
right.
have anything else? Can I get there?
Sure. I'll take us a step.
Yep, things to hit it with. I don't have a clue.
It's a toughie, not gonna lie.
Yeah, don't think we have this one. I can look at my character sheet as long as I want. There's nothing on here that does anything. Yeah. What do you suggest?
I don't know.
Nothing we can do. I guess we leave.
That's an option.
I'll start making my way up the hallway.
All right.
But I'm not gonna dash ahead of everybody. That's.
I gotcha. I'll take us to Alara.
We leaving? Okay.
You hear
I
Seb
just
say there's nothing we can do.
I just shout, we're leaving!
Yeah, we either
I'm
leave or we
done.
gotta dispel this thing over here. Or break it.
Can I hear that? Is he
Sure.
It's enough for me to hear that? Okay, good. I'm coming! I'm on my way!
Okay.
Anything else for Alara? She starts running through the darkness. Invisible.
No.
All right.
No.
I'll take us to Andres.
I don't want to get clobbered by this fucker. I don't want to leave Tia all alone, so, I really need to get down there. Hold on, let me measure some things. Shit. Yeah, I guess I need to take the dash action and just take the attack of opportunity.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna whack on you.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 9. Big 9.
Misses. Nice. Oh, yeah, I guess you can't go reckless.
Nope.
Okay, so that's 5, 15.
As he kind of stops muttering for a second, just kind of slashes across. You hear that tink of metal hitting
35.
crystallish metal.
And then I can see the flame from here. I'm gonna try and cast Dispel Magic on it.
You have the slots.
I have a 3rd level slot.
All right.
Well, 2 of them actually, but nothing higher.
You never hit the long rest button.
That's true.
Roll me.
Wait, am I using the spell slots thing wrong? I've been using the number next to it as
Oh, you count
spell to
up.
cast. Oh, whoops.
No,
I
no,
see.
you're
It
good.
says
You're
slot
good.
for me.
You're
I'm
good.
stupid.
You're good.
I'll fix it next time.
I'm not that worried about it. Whenever you hit the long rest button, it resets them to full.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're good. I was literally like 10 minutes ago looking over everyone's sheets. I was like, oh no. I'm glad. But roll me a wisdom check.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wisdom check. Okay, I'll add some guidance to that if I must.
You can.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting for you to tell me if it's a
Yeah,
failure.
no,
failure
I'm
or
saying
not.
I was like, I was my brain like, wait, you just cast a spell, you react. Yeah, and it's a cantrip. Yeah, cast it.
Ooh.
17.
Okay. The flame building up for a brief moment keeps flickering time and time over again. The smoke inside, you can see that figure of the woman a lot more clearly for a very brief moment. Shards of ice, almost like a crown. The smoke dissipates and kind of sinks into the brazier as it grows dull. Flame goes out.
Yeah! The Hoarfrost hag has once again been crushed by the Seldarin.
We did it. I'm the greatest wizard. Didn't even use a spell.
Anything else for Andres?
That's all I got.
That'll take us to the Berserker. Flinging around is going reckless against Tia. Swinging with its sickle, this hook. got an 18, a 19, and a 16.
Yeah, all 3 of those hit.
As you take 20 points of piercing damage. I need you to give me 3 Constitution saving throws. First 2 are good. Third one, you feel that twinge of cold as it sticks into your side, and you do have the poison condition for your turn. Do you feel it? That'll take us to your turn, Tia, as you just kind of feel sluggish and, well, cold.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Alright, it's already at disadvantage, so poison won't matter. So roll a, well, so the first one is going to be a miss with a 10. And then 2 more times for your second attack. Taking the lower of the 2. 16 does hit him. As you deal 12 points of force damage, his body falls to the ground as a hole. Well, he's blasted back as he falls to the ground with a hole the size of your blast in his chest. You see that blue fire erupt for a brief moment before sizzling and fading out, leaving that hole bleeding as he falls to the ground dead.
I'm disliking her followers the more I meet them.
As we will hop out of combat there. And with, yeah. I would say, Phineas, with your previous Arcana check, flame's not gone forever. It seems Dispel Magic only partially worked. It will come back.
All right, well, I'm gonna head on back. Oh, Andres, you missed it. I was thinking about turning that flame off, and it just went out. But it's only out for a little bit though. I think it's gonna come back.
Yes, well done. Maybe we hurry with whatever it is that we're doing here.
Are we done?
Yes.
Can we leave?
I think we can, yes.
All right, well, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll head out.
Well, we wanted to check out the area where the dragons came from originally too, but then the fire had us distracted.
Up going outside of the cave first.
Yeah, I'll go start prepping the dogs.
All right. As you step outside of the cave, and everyone's kind of searching around. Tia, you want to be on the outside, or you want to be with the inside cave area?
I'll go look with the dragon. Sorry, my roll 20's not quite.
No, you're good. Checking out where the dragons came from as Severage and Phineas go check on the dogs and start readying your departure. You would see 3 figures marching up the hill. 2 of them looks like they're dragging behind it's something. A large feathered and horned creature. A dead Periton. As a third kind of leading the way, made note of your dogs and are kind of in like a hurried kind of way up there. And then seeing you 2 emerge. What have you done? And they just start running. The 2 behind drop the beast that they had slain and start charging up this
Guys,
this
more
ice
company.
this ice ramp.
You knock him off the ice ramp, Phineas?
Yeah, actually, I think I can.
We'll figure that out next time, as I feel like this will be a good spot to end tonight with you guys in this strange place. And I'm gonna give Andres inspiration for picking up on that early. But yeah, we'll end there tonight and pick up there next week. So thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see if they get out of this cave fully. But thanks for watching. Good night, Internet.
Bye, Internet.
Bye.
Bye.